2. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 36 Chambers of Crypto Taxes podcast series. My name is Jamal Solomon, aka Crypto J. And listen, guys, I know that nobody wants to hear a lot about taxes, so I like to bring a whole bunch of people on my network so we can talk about a different variety of topics that we feel that's important. And today is going to be interesting because I said we don't want to talk about taxes. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get a bookkeeper here. And it's crazy because sometimes people like to lump us together and they be like, yo, Jamal, you can do my books as you're a tax accountant. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want to do your books. So today we're going to do a 5-part series and let y'all know why certain bookkeeping topics are very important. And today I'm definitely honored to have Vonmarie. And Vonmarie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Vonmarie Thomas from BREAKAWAY Bookkeeping and Advising. And what I do is I make sure your accounting records are straight in case of audits. I make sure that you're able to get the most out of your financial statements, whether it's analysis or tracking a certain KPI or metric. And I bring the fun to it because people are always surprised that I'm an accountant. So I love that. And you can definitely find me on breakawayba.com/Vonmarie.
And we're gonna have all her contact information and all that stuff. And I'm so happy to find a bookkeeper that I could interview because when my clients come to me and their books are just all over the place, I'm like, you need to find a bookkeeper. So, our whole goal today, guys, is to let you know why certain things are important and, let you know why you should care and all that stuff. So today, what are we going to talk about in this particular interview, Vonmarie?
About separating your business expenses from your personal transactions. And that's a big one. I think that's one of the places I start with most people that I meet. Like if they're a contractor or if they have their own business, usually they're not in an organized place. Like they don't have their bank account separate from their business transactions.
So what would be like the number one advice? Because a lot of times, it's so easy to mix in taking your kids out to great adventures on your business card and just mix it because it's all in one wallet. So like, what's your advice on that?
My advice on that is definitely to keep a separate bank account, either checking or a savings or a special credit card that's literally under your business, and you only use that for your business. So that helps with later on when you have to file 1099s. That helps with later on when you have to file your taxes and give your documents to people like Jamal. You're a tax accountant. So all of that to say, it's super important to keep it separate in case of an audit. Like everyone's afraid of the IRS, and we don't need to be afraid of the IRS if we have our records straight, right? So that is super helpful in that space.
Yeah, because I hate when clients come to me and it's like March and stuff is due in April, talking about, hey, here's my books. And I'm like, why is Victoria's Secrets in your construction thing? Like, you're supposed to be building businesses. Like, what's going on? It's not Valentine's Day stuff. So, and it gets extra frustrating because us as tax accountants, then we can't take your books seriously. So now I got to question it. And when we start questioning and got to dig into it, that, affects your invoice. So I know sometimes people want to complain like, invoice. But if it's not up to date, then it's a problem. So that's why I always recommend that you find yourself a great person that is into bookkeeping and then have the person with the tax, because it's two separate things. Now, does it affect, like, let's say if they books is all crazy, how does it affect how you charge them or deal with them?
Yeah, it gets super expensive. I think cleaning up a situation where expenses are commingled with personal is way more expensive than hiring a bookkeeper on a month-to-month basis, just for the fact that the amount of digging that we have to do and corroborating receipts, and the amount of digging through emails and checking your calendar to see if that was a business meeting or not, checking notes, that's just so, it can be exhausting. And I think that you can save yourself money and time and stress from definitely being proactive and just keeping things separate from the beginning. So that's a good
Yeah, being
question.
proactive could save people so much money, but it just amazes me how people love to avoid to be proactive. And it happens every year. I'm like, all right, all you have to do is just meet with someone on a monthly or even quarterly basis, and it could save people thousands of dollars, whether it's thousands of dollars paid to the government or thousands of dollars paid to paid professionals. And people still just want to do the sexy stuff like marketing and, making balloons and stuff like that. So it's just crazy, man. And we need to like work together. All three parties need to work together, the client and the bookkeeper and the tax accountant, because at the end of the day, we all on your team, right? And the IRS is not bad. They're just doing jobs. They like me and you. They're getting paid to do their job. They mom, they dad, they Uncle Joe. So let's not call them evil. But if you're under audit and your records are looking crazy, can't be mad at the IRS, right? So it makes sense to find someone like Vonmarie and listen to her, and boom. Do you have any type of, I know you got protected identities, like any type of crazy story, how you just wish the client just did not commingle their stuff, and maybe hopefully somebody will learn not to do it in the future?
Well, I do have a story. Yes, I've had clients that use their, and it happens, right? You're somewhere, you walked out of the house with only one card, and it's your business card, whatever. Okay, but you put the transaction through. Don't make it a habit, obviously. Like 1 to 2 things every once in a while is not gonna kill anyone. But the way that now me as the bookkeeper is interpreting those transactions, like I am kind of skimming through the rest of the transactions and scrutinizing them a little bit. Like, is this personal? Is it not? And where it impacts you is your tax bill in the end, right? Because this is something that now you are taking as a distribution out of your business, and it's something personal. So you no longer get to write it off as a business expense. And that's what my job is, to help you essentially just make sure that your business expenses are as businessy as possible, and you get to maximize that out. And it also really helps to be able to track your metrics. Like, a lot of people don't know what it costs them to do business. And if you do have clean records, things separate, then you can get more out of your financial information. You can make decisions from it. You could go to the bank for a loan. Like, I had one client that was getting an SBA loan, and the bank was asking questions like, what's in that account? And now I'm digging, because they hired me later on in the year versus like at the beginning. And I'm also asking the same questions, like, where did you get this? And where is this coming from? Who did this work? And why is that in there? And is it personal? Because if it's personal, now you don't get to write that off. Now you have something that looks like income in your books.
Yeah, and that's and it's the worst when a client comes to you and they in their mind they're gonna just get this beautiful refund because they QuickBooks is telling you like, oh, we have a $50,000 loss. And then I'm like, yeah, but this is personal, that's personal, you double deducted that, and next thing you know, you got like a $75,000 profit. And now it's my fault that you owe money. But that's why, we want to educate y'all, because it has to be the three of us. If you have a legitimate business, or if you're doing a lot of transaction, it really pays to have a legitimate bookkeeper, a legitimate tax accountant. In my honest opinion, those people should be separate. because it keeps everybody honest. Like, we all checking each other and stuff like that. But if it's one person and they're doing it all, if I say, oh, I know I can get over this person, it's gonna happen. And I've seen it happen a lot. So, and my personal opinion is always, and this is why I always refer people to bookkeepers, keep us honest, guys. But at the end of the day, it shows to your investors, it shows to the government, it shows to whoever's helping you that you're very serious and you should be taken seriously. Because if you walk in with clean books and is on point, I guarantee you, whoever's dealing with you is going to treat you accordingly. Any final words on this before we go into the next topic?
I think we're good. Yeah. Thank
Oh
you.
man, that's how she drops the mic on us, people. All right, guys. So stay tuned to the next one, and we intentionally keeping it short because we want you to really listen to this and help it grow your business. To the next time. Peace.